Hi, it's Yumi here and today I am gonna start a new series on the channel. I will try to beat Pokemon Emerald with Squibasor, Squirtle and Bulbasaur fusion. Yes, you are listening well. My goal in this series will be to complete Pokemon Emerald using this Pokemon fusion. The rules are very simple. I can only use Squibasor. I can't buy items in the store, but I can use the ones I pick from the floor, and if my Squibasor gets fainted, I will have lost the challenge. But that's not all. In this game, besides having randomized Pokemon with similar strength, each gym leader has kidnapped a Pokemon fusion, and if I defeat one, they will give me a new fusion for my team, but only if we reach 50 likes in this video, so you know what to do. That said, let's start with the challenge. As is obvious, the first thing we have to do is to go rescue Professor Birch from the wild Pokemon, and here it is our starter, Squibasor. You can find out more about him later. The wild Pokemon was a Makuhita that could do little as it was at level 2. Once saved, Professor Birch tells us that 10 totally unknown Pokemon have appeared in the Hoenn region, and that he has been able to save 2 of them. One is the Squibasor that I have and another the one he gave to his son. The other 8 have been kidnapped by the 8 gym leaders of the region, with the objective of investigating them. But the professor believes that these Pokemon fusions are in danger and gives us the mission to save them all. That said, he gave me the Pokédex and now we can see Squibasor's data. Squibasor is the Seed Turtle Pokemon. It is water and grass type, and can have the Torrent or Overgrow ability. Mine has the Overgrow ability, by the way. In addition, the Pokédex says the following. The bulb on its back absorbs moisture from the environment and stores water. It can discharge this water at high power through its vines. If it runs out of water, it can barely let out a few bubbles. Cool. So with Squibasor on my team, I started my adventure. As I said, there were randomized wild Pokemon, but I can't catch any of them, although I didn't want a Kakuna, to be honest. I got the potion the man in the store gives you, and after that I was prepared to face the trainers on Route 102. The first trainer curiously had a Lotad, a Pokemon with the same types as Squibasor. The vast majority of trainers were easy to defeat, but I was scared after one of them sent me a Pinico, because it could have the self-destruct move. Luckily it only used Protect. Also, Squibasor learned Leech Seed, a move that I was sure was going to be useful in the future. I picked up the berries and items along the route and got to Rustboro City, where I quickly did the Wally event, and asked my dad to give me the Pokemon fusion he had locked up. He accepted, but he went to buy some cigarettes, and after 3 days waiting for him, as he did not return, I left Rustboro City. I got to Route 104 and here, a trainer from the beach was about to defeat Squibasor, because he sent a Pidgey that used Sand Attack a couple of times, and after that Pidgey he sent a Whismur with the Uproar move, which even landed a critical hit that was about to weaken my Pokemon. Luckily, I managed to beat him thanks to the Overgrow ability, which made Vine Whip hit Whismur very hard. Seeing that things were difficult, I took the berries from the route and equipped Squibasor with an Oran Berry. I also took the items and faced the Petalburg Forest trainers. Even the Team Aqua Grunt couldn't do much with his Tyrogue. That said, my Squibasor learned Water Gun, but overall it was easy to get out of the forest. After that, I picked up the berries and hidden items from the new route, and the first 2 trainers were pretty easy to defeat, until I realized that I had to battle in a double battle with just one Pokemon. So I went to heal Squibasor, but it was all for nothing, since without 2 Pokemon, they didn't want to fight. I was traumatized looking at my reflection in the water, knowing that 2 little girls had underestimated me, and I unleashed all my fury by defeating the Fisher in the north. And yes, I also picked more berries. I finally made it to Rustboro City, where after healing, I headed to the gym. And I almost couldn't even face Roxanne, because the first trainer of the gym had a Swablu, which with the Peck move was about to defeat me. Even made Squibasor use the Oran Berry, but luckily I ended up winning and Squibasor learned Razor Leaf. I easily defeated the 2 remaining trainers, who I had to do separately as I only had 1 Pokemon, and after healing and giving Squibasor an Oran Berry again, I was ready to face Roxanne. First Pokemon, Natu. Bad start. It had Peck, which took away 13 HP, too much. Luckily I hit the Leech Seed. The bad thing is that Natu also used Leer, which lowered my defense, and as I had no other Pokemon in my team, I had to hold on with my defense lowered for the rest of the battle. Luckily I had an X defense in my bag, but it didn't help much because later Natu used Leer again. In the end, after spending several items, I was able to defeat Natu. Next Pokemon, Smoochum. Leech Seed hit again at the first try, but Smoochum's sweet kiss made Squibasor get confused, and not only that, but it got confused 2 times in a row, making Squibasor consume the Oran Berry, and making me use a potion too. Luckily, on the third I was able to hit Smoochum with Razor Leaf, which made a critical hit. And with that we moved on to Roxanne's last Pokemon, Nidorina. Bad news. A poison-type Pokemon that could be a problem if it poisoned me. I hit Leech Seed again in the first turn. Remember that Squibasor had the defense lowered because of Natu, and Nidorina used Tail Whip in the first turn, which lowered my defense once again. Everything was against me. And if that wasn't enough, Nidorina used Scratch and landed a critical hit, taking more than half of my HP. The fight was super intense, and I got to use a lot of potions. Nidorina even hit me a couple more times with a critical hit, so I had to spend a lot of resources in this fight. But finally I managed to defeat it, and Squibasor leveled up to level 17 and learned Sleep Powder, which will be great for the next battles. After beating Roxanne, she tells me that in order to give me the Pokemon fusion she had, we have to get 50 likes in this video. She also says that you guys should leave in the comments what Pokemon fusion you think she has. Maybe the comment with more likes could be that Pokemon. So you already know what to do if you want the second part, with new Pokemon fusions and the second gym leader. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the video. In case it is already uploaded, you have it on screen. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.